Hello, I'm Ranger Patrick. As we head into autumn, I'm reminded of one of my favorite Halloween costumes from childhood, a pirate. Pirates existed during ancient Rome, and they exist today. But generally, when we think about pirates, we think about this kind.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
The pirates that became iconic in novels, movies, and comics. English-speaking pirates flourished from 1690 to 1730 across the Atlantic during the Golden Age of Piracy. Colonial Boston was a hub of piratical activity during this same time period. This is not at all surprising, considering Boston was then becoming the largest seaport in Britain's American colonies after the destruction of Port Royal in Jamaica due to an earthquake. Much of the wealth coming in or going out of Boston was not entirely legal. Pirates not only robbed ships to and from Boston, but many also sold their ill-gotten goods here, married here, were imprisoned here, and executed here. Were these pirates simply criminals, or did their activities and conduct exemplify the same spirit of revolution that inflamed the continent after 1775? In many instances, pirate crews created alternative societies that were far more egalitarian socially, economically, and racially than any other American or European community. Their conduct can be viewed as the start of the political separation between Britain and North America that resulted in the War of Independence. In these next few videos, we'll examine first the conditions that led to this golden age, and then on some of the most famous pirates to walk the streets of colonial Boston. Of the factors that led to the rise of piracy, one was the decline of Spain as a colonial power. The War of the Spanish Succession, also known as Queen Anne's War in New England, was fought between 1701 and 1714 for control of the Spanish throne and its vast global empire. This war resulted in unrest and turmoil across the Atlantic. From 1702, Queen Anne of England authorized privateers, legalized pirates operating under a royal letter of marque, to seize Spanish and French ships. Under normal circumstances, 10% of all captured assets had to be turned over to the crown. But English Parliament revoked this, making it that much more profitable and unregulated. Many of the most famous pirates of the era gained skill and experience as legal privateers first. Ironically, the end of the war brought about more turmoil. The British Navy went bankrupt from fighting, resulting in the discharge of 3/4 of 36,000 sailors. The crews of British warships had been kept full during the war through violent press gangs who could kidnap people off the street, what we might think of as coerced and immediate drafting into the Navy. Boston itself would be rocked by violence later in 1747 when the British Navy attempted to make use of press gangs here. An estimated 3/4 of all impressed sailors would die within 2 years of disease or starvation. Those who survived impressment and combat now found limited economic opportunities. With so many out-of-work sailors, merchant captains who could act with virtual impunity at sea slashed normal wages by 50%. Low pay combined with harsh discipline, including the liberal use of flogging, making for disgruntled crews. As a result, many sailors turned to mutiny and piracy. In this dire economic climate, privateers continued to attack Spanish ships, even though Britain and Spain were nominally at peace. Privateers decided to continue to attack not only Spanish ships, but ships of every nation, including Britain. No longer privateers, they were now pure pirates. In the meantime, Britain had undergone a major political shakeup. England unified with Scotland in 1707, and the Stuart line of monarchs ended, resulting in the crowning of German Protestant George I as the first king of the United Kingdom. This political change also further caused many Catholic sailors to rethink their allegiance to crown and country. By 1716, half of all ships heading to Jamaica, or Hispaniola, the island that today comprises Haiti and the Dominican Republic, were falling victim to pirates. Mostly carrying commodities the pirates could sell elsewhere. By 1720, up to 2,500 pirates were operating in the Atlantic, using the British colony of the Bahamas as their main headquarters, and Boston as a place to sell their goods. The apex of the Golden Age of Pirates had begun. Names like Captain Kidd, Blackbeard, Black Sam Bellamy, and Edward Lowe became legendary. Continue to follow these videos for more information about the most prominent pirates who ever came to Boston and what became of them.